You went with this one, right?
Yeah.
It's just the senators and the representatives.
We're live. Say hello.
Yo, what it do?
How do I flip the camera?
Say the budget real quick.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to flip the camera here.
I already said like legislation.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take a minute.
Can you go see if it actually is working?
Where is it?
Go on YouTube.
Oh.
I haven't even subscribed to our channel.
What's our channel name?
GSW SGA, I think. I don't remember. You gotta go to. It's not gonna pop up. There's nothing there.
You can't search it?
Probably not.
Then how do you find it?
Hold up.
Maybe. There it is.
Oh, you found it? Are you watching live?
Oh yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Oh, there.
I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna log out.
Wait, no, keep it on there. I want to see if this actually. Oh, it says I got one viewer.
Probably.
Oh.
But it's like lagging.
Well, it's off my freaking phone. I'm gonna imagine that it's gonna be laggy. No, it's an iPhone, but it's the school Wi-Fi.
No offense to Android, but like.
Alright, I'm.
Seconds off.
Yeah, that's how lives usually work, though. Yeah, go look at it.
He's live right now.
We got 5 minutes left.
You better laugh in a second.
I love this. This is great, man.
This is so fun, bro.
Okay. Alright, you gotta tell me camera angle. Where's the appropriate camera angle? If Brandon's sitting there.
It's
Why is it not rotating? You gotta rotate it.
Like this?
Can you not rotate the screen though that way?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I think this is what you get for
Okay,
using.
that's fine. That's fine. That's not fine.
This is fine right here. Okay, there we go.
Are you gonna do that?
It's gonna be a long meeting.
Something to top it off. This is bootleg. Okay.
We'll see it. Hold on. Give it a second.
Can I not be in it? Can you tilt it just a little bit more?
That's perfect.
There you go. Look at that. Is it me or do I need to be an engineer? Okay.
No.
But nobody's gonna watch it. You're gonna be in it.
You're gonna see me just like sitting over here complaining the entire time.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, wait, is this recording?
Huh?
Is this recording right now?
Yes, it's live right now. Nobody's watching.
Who are you going with? Not Lechon on here. Lola, take them on.
Can we not hook it up to projector?
The phone? Like, oh, that'd be a good idea. I don't know how you would be able to do that.
We can figure that out.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea, though. That would be good. You are. I appreciate it, too. No, what do they call you? Oh. They don't call you anything?
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Is this your study abroad?
I'm gonna put you this rest. Don't talk about my mouth. We're live. It's important.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not even gonna be able to pick up passive sound in here.
Oh, we're only gonna. He talks 80% of the time. And like, what we do is basically.
What is this so ghetto?
Oh, you see this? This is my favorite part. Yeah, my friend's going all down. I'm trying to get closer so in the back of the name, like about her name.
What time is it?
I don't know what she wants from me. She might listen to Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not staying home.
Nah, it's just like probably until like 12. See? Okay, people are coming at 3. Like each side of 5.
But I'm a person of color, so
I know, it's what I'm hearing. That's why we said 3. Why do you think we give you guys 2 hours in advance? Well, people come too. There's some people who say it starts at 10. I should produce it. Oh, church. Handles. ACs. I'm still upset about tomorrow. I can't get Ash.
Where am I going?
You know what Ella said? He said he just wants to
Hard pass.
No.
Whoa, this whole thing was your idea.
No, y'all pushed me up to Okay, look. So I'm giving up the ice cream for today. Yeah. Oh, now you want this like
I want to read through it.
No, I'm eating everything. No, I need to eat right now. I don't have my book bag. I have chocolate in my book bag. Yeah, I don't like chocolate. I have chocolate.
We are live.
But it's
Right there. It's right there. You're not even in the camera.
we're so full today.
And Isabel showed it. You got a camera money?
It's still juicy.
I don't work here.
Yes, you do. You don't want money for anything.
I don't work here.
I don't care. I thought we AC bro.
What the heck?
Why do you put
Now why do you right there? That's not like
like our first president.
Talking trash? What you saying? What you saying?
Yo, I have to drive 2 hours for this day.
What you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, look at Adam. He stays looking clueless.
Oh, dude, I am clueless. 25 8, bro. I am clueless.
You're what?
Never heard of 25 8? So 24/7 is like more.
Okay, yeah, I've used that myself. I'm sorry.
Who's a clueless one?
Nothing. You're right. In class, I'll be looking clueless.
But what class?
All of them.
Relatable. Dude, honestly. Honestly, relatable. You see yourself? You looking good, Brandon? We got 20 viewers.
I'm seeing we're talking about
We're gonna pretend like we have 20 viewers.
No, that's not what I meant. So, no, you brought it when I walked in, and I was like, my car got wrong.
I'm just kidding, we have 0 viewers.
So I had to talk to someone.
It's a live stream.
oh, post for
It's gonna be like on YouTube. We're gonna put it on YouTube. Yeah. There you go. You're now a star. How about that? The tattoo got you.
okay, it's microbiology, and I'm already failing, so I need
You take microbiology?
I have camera against me.
You take microbiology? I took it when I was a biology major, like, in my heydays.
Your heydays.
It sucks.
What did I say? Oh, really?
Oh, but I think the wall was
Doubt it picked up on you. It probably doesn't even pick up on Brandon.
It's okay, Puni. We got 0 viewers. Let's go.
Good job.
I'm so proud of
Why did you just say we have 20? Like
To mess with them.
you. I didn't hear it. What's happening?
Look here. I'm about 7. I'm leaving.
About 7.
I'm getting up and walking out.
Listen.
Y'all gonna walk
At what time?
absent. Half absence.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
Listen, yes, I went to
Yo, I gotta.
No, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
If I don't, who is? I'm not too busy. I haven't done that. That's the last thing that I need from y'all's cooking is some nice statues.
Is that the last one that's needed?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else already
Hey,
did
did
theirs?
y'all free?
Everything else is done.
Can you help me?
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I told you to.
Yeah, mine was
You
busy, yeah.
you said
Instead of 1 to 2 business
I thought
days,
I did. And then I looked
it's better for like 4 business days.
I didn't know what it was talking about.
I hope
I know. I got you.
You can help me later though. Right now, I'm too busy. I need to get through these last 2 weeks before spring break.
I understand.
Week and a half.
It feels like 2 weeks when I have 3 tests in the next 2 weeks.
It's like
For 2 science classes.
it's not all.
All right, everybody, let's get started. I call this meeting to order at 5:35 p.m.
It's okay.
All right, so moving on with the agenda for today. I got it.
Hmm?
There it is. All right, we're gonna have roll call
Blue,
here.
Carpadio,
Here.
Granada,
here.
Alcantar,
Here.
Wilson,
There.
Taylor, Bronstein,
Here.
Cole,
Here.
Miranda,
Here.
MacArthur,
Here.
Preston,
Here.
Simons, Cornelius,
Here.
Napier,
Here.
Talaferro,
Here.
Carrack,
Here.
Patel, Pollock,
Here.
Montgomery,
Here.
Hooks,
Here.
Hawkins, Crisp,
Here.
Espithia,
Here.
Phillips, Jones,
Here.
Tolbert,
Here.
Morrell,
Here.
Beglar,
Here.
George, Salter,
Here.
Martin, Norton, Floyd, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority,
Here.
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, Anime Club,
Here.
Artists United,
Here.
Baptist Collegiate Ministry, Black Student Union, Chess Club, Chi Phi, Computer Club, Delta Sigma Theta, Educators Rising, Inactives, Esports Club, Exercise Science and Wellness Club, Gamma Beta Phi Honor Society, Jesus Ones, Gospel Choir, Kappa Alpha Psi, Kappa Delta Pi, Kappa Delta Sorority, National Panhellenic Council, National Society for Leadership and Success, Panhellenic Association, Sigma Chi,
Here.
Sigma Gamma Rho, Student African American Brotherhood, Suave,
Here.
Tabletop Game Club, Zeta Phi Beta, Zeta Tau Alpha, RHA, Kappa Sig, Kay Draper.
All right. Thank you all for coming today. Are there any amendments to the agenda at this moment? All right. No amendments to the agenda. Are there any amendments to the minutes? The minutes, okay. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? I move. Say that again. Yes. Do I have a second?
I said.
All right, motion carried. All right, public comment. We will have Senator Napier. You have 5 minutes allotted to speak. Yeah, ready. Your time starts now, 5:39.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all of GSW members. Oh, sorry. As a member of, parking committee and also a student here at GSW, it has came to my attention that there are many concerns regarding the roads and parking spots and potholes on campus. Specifically the roads by Mags 1 and 2 in the parking lot of Oaks 1. There are many speed bumps on the roads by Mags, and is frequently worried about our cars being damaged because it's just has to be have to drive on so many speed bumps. For Oaks 1 parking lots, we plead to get it repainted. We can avoid a large number of parking tickets if we just get the parking spots repainted. And also, as for the potholes on campus, can we fix those? At least, fix a couple of them, not all of them, just a few. It is the school responsibility to make sure the campus look neat as possible, and fix those would be a good step. I hope SGA can do something about the issues, or at least share our issues about the roads around campus. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Senator Paul.
I move to have 10 minutes of discussion on the public comment.
Can we make that 5 minutes?
Okay.
Can you?
I move to have 5 minutes of open discussion on the public comment.
Is there a second?
A second.
Motion carried. It is now open for 5 minutes. The time for open discussion starts at 5:41. Who would like to go first? Senator Amanda Cole.
Okay, I have a
Can you-
question. So when for Max, because I personally live in Max too, when you're coming here from nursing, would you consider that getting fixed? Because honestly, everybody's car I know scrapes, including mine. Even doesn't matter what size car you have, it's gonna scrape, and I know that has caused damage on my car. Would we possibly get that fixed too?
What was that again?
Like going from Max 2 to the nursing, if you're coming like straight, and it doesn't even matter, like even if you're turning right or left, depending on how you go, your car just scrapes on the bottom, no matter what size car you have. That low dip.
Okay. Paul, Senator Bronstein.
One of the concerns that we wanted you to talk to President Weaver about was the actual money from the parking tickets going to campus safety to improve the roads and the potholes. I think now, as of it just sits in an account that's open to all, I guess, people on campus to use. But we thought it would make more sense if it went directly to public safety to let them use it to improve the roads and potholes.
I also would like to add,
Excuse me, ma'am.
sorry.
I did not recognize you. Yes, Kim, what this?
Also,
holes by the storm dome and by the lake are really, really deep. And so the entrance to the storm dome, as well as that stop sign right behind the arts building, there's a pothole that you have to get into the middle of the lane to avoid. It's really, really bad.
So you said the lake house?
It's the one right behind the arts building, like if you're going around Oaks,
Four-way stop.
by the business area, it's that stop sign.
Okay. Got it.
Again, I'm not gonna use microphone because
I didn't recognize you.
okay, well, she handed me the microphone. Okay, I'll raise my hand.
Yes, Senator. Thank you, President Wu, for recognizing me.
Basically, another thing that wasn't, just to reiterate, repainting the Oaks One parking lot, as well as repainting the faculty on all the faculty spots around campus and clear letters, as well as just improving the paint on the ground for spots in general will avoid a lot more parking tickets, as well as improving the signs and making sure the signs are actually like up and not falling over.
Any parking lot in particular?
The nursing parking lot has bad signs, I know for a fact. Oh, and then one other thing is improving the online map as well for parking. And then one last thing, I guess, since I still can talk. The transfer students or students who come in later, like in the spring semester, having part of their orientation or training to be going over that specifically, like with parking tickets and letting them know about decals and temporary passes. Because a lot of students come in and don't know that like their decal comes out of their tuition, or they can go get a temporary pass in the last 2 weeks and stuff like that. So just informing the students as a whole.
Alrighty. All right, 5 minutes for discussion is now over. It is 5:46. So moving along to student body officer reports. So we have to nominate and we have to nominate a faculty award and the Horace Bryant Award. So every spring semester, SGA nominates the faculty or staff who we think is student-oriented, overall a good faculty and staff for the year, okay? Now, I'm gonna have to get more information on the Horace Bryant. Does anybody remember from like last year what that award was for? Because I was never told. We did. We do it every year. Chris, would you know who the Horace Bryant Award, like, what's like the purpose of the award? Who gets that? Could you explain?
The Chief Horace Bryant Award is best, I guess, around faculty and staff that the students select. So you guys would, there's a form, I believe, on the website that you guys selected. And this is the faculty, or no, this Horace is staff. There's 2 forms. There's faculty and there's staff. Chief Horace is staff.
Is that staff only?
Yes, you guys decide on the best overall staff member on campus.
Okay.
So I'm considered staff, and faculty is like
A professor, yeah.
professor.
Okay. So we will do that. There was, I got an email saying that someone had nominated someone, but they didn't tell me who they nominated. And so I emailed them back, and I'm waiting on an email back from them, but they haven't emailed me back. So we're gonna table this, but we're going to next. So just kind of, I'm gonna give you like till next week, next Tuesday, to kind of just process and think about professors or staff members that you know that you think deserves to be recognized. All right? Also, after this meeting, I need to meet with all the representatives for like 10 minutes after this meeting. And then also, we're going to move that presidential nomination to the agenda committee report. All right, Secretary, do you have anything?
The budget is 5,965, but the 1,000 for Black History Week has not been taken out yet. So technically, it's at 4,900.
And the T-shirts have been ordered. They should be in next week.
Thursday.
Next week, Thursday. So if you put your size in the group me through the poll, we will have your T-shirt. And just to clarify, T-shirts are only for senators and reps. We ain't got that much money to pay for everybody's. And also, Jackie, University Committees.
Okay, so on Friday, I believe it was Friday, I emailed all of you guys regarding your university committee. So there I provided a brief description of what it is. And I also emailed all of the people that are in charge of that specific committee. So they should be reaching out to you. But however, if they don't, I need to be informed of that. That I don't know. But I mean, like, they should be emailing you about meetings and stuff. But if they're not, let me know so I can take the necessary steps to get it done.
Yes. So just to clarify, if you are on a university committee and they have not emailed you, please get Jackie that committee that you're on, so she can email the provost and the chairs, and so they can get you, because we're all of you are supposed to be sitting on a committee, university committee. Also, before I forget, I handed you all, did everybody get one of these? Robert? This is, yes sir. Yes, sir. You didn't get one either?
There isn't anymore.
Well, we're gonna take, we're gonna. Okay. Oh, you got one? Okay, thank you. So this right here is how, so organizations, you can do this too. If you would like to make a motion to do something, this is how you do it. So if you wanted to address a certain situation, or you wanted to get more information on something, you could call for or make a motion for a point of information. So this is not just for senators and reps, but this is for everybody in the SGA meeting. This is how you would get the attention of the chair. This is a Robert's Rules of Order. This is what we follow. So please make sure you are very comfortable with this. I know I sound a little harsh with Palmer and Kayla, but I kind of want us to get in the flow of doing Robert's Rules of Order, so that when we have elections and things like that, the next people coming in, they have a structure to come by. All right? So don't take it personal. I love all y'all. I truly do. Moving on, I do want to address the RSOs for a quick second. So RSOs, if I could have your undivided attention. I have two questions for you, but my first question is, can you all tell me what SGA can do for your organization? If you need like, is there some things you need help with? What, because honestly, SGA is here for organizations. We're not just here to meet on Tuesdays, but like, if you know that you need help financially, if you know that you may need some support, you want us to, help spread the word about something, we're also here for that. Whatever you need, we're here for. So I just want to take the time to open the floor for you all to, to speak. Yes. Yeah. What's your name? Give me 1 second. Say that one more time.
My name's Mackenzie Baggett.
Okay. Yes.
So I'm not really sure if the SGA could do this, but maybe we get more information. If we can maybe get more information about the organizations, because for my organization, when people hear our name, they tend to think of us as a sorority or fraternity, but we're not, and that tends to make the confusion. And a lot of times they'll refuse us simply because they think we're sororities as a fraternity. So I'm not sure if maybe there could be a list of the different types of organizations and what they stand for. I divide them out. So a way that students can see, oh, this is not a sorority slash fraternity, this is an honor society. Because they tend to get those very mixed up.
Oh, all orgs should be on Canes Connect. And I know Dr. Bourne has really tried to push out Canes Connect, because on Canes Connect, students should be able to find every event that's going on campus and every org that's on campus that's active. And there should be a description there. That will probably be my best. Like, are you guys on Canes Connect?
I believe so.
You believe so?
The key thing is I don't think it's being pushed now, so because no one's doing their research in the organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's because they don't know that they can do that with Canes Connect, or I'm not sure.
Okay, we can try to push out Canes Connect more. But that would be the platform that will be more useful to students to know about orgs. There's just really no way we can just put all that on the website. So that's really where Canes Connect comes to play. Okay, yeah.
I know that to join any organization, you have to go through Canes Connect, if I'm not wrong. So
it's that's what we would prefer. But honestly, it's really up to the organization on how well that's carried out.
The most that I know of, they go through Canes Connect. So if that helps at all, if you can make your organization, to join members, go through Canes Connect, that was possible.
Yes. What's your name?
Blake.
What's your
I'm Sigma Chi.
Okay.
So like more events with Sigma Chi and the school as a combined unit, and also like help spread the word about us and what we mean as a fraternity and what we strive for.
So you want more collaborative events with Sigma Chi and the university?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? So all y'all juicy? All y'all organizations, y'all good? Listen, I'm gonna say the word juicy. Okay. All right then, it works. My second thing to you is I need to IFC, NPHC, what's the other one? Chris is not here. And I think it's the Panhellenic Council. I need at some point, I'm gonna need to meet with you all. So IFC, NPHC, and the Panhellenic Council. I'm gonna need to it's Panhellenic, yeah. I'm gonna need to meet with you three. Asia, do you sit on the NP? Do you? I can't. Yeah, but do you sit on that council? No, not at all? None of y'all? Do you know somebody who do?
Yeah, our sister, she does.
Yeah, can you get her to email the SGA email? Thank you. We're trying to work something out with that, dealing with SGA. So thank you all for your considerations. I will take all these, things, with Dr. Bourne, and when we meet, and, we will see what we can do. All right? So, at this point, I'm going to ask all of the student organizations, if you would like to leave, you may leave at this time. However, if you did not make it for roll call, please see Miranda, she'll be outside. But we're about to go into our second half of the meeting. Thank you for coming. I did. Let's see.
You good on me? Yeah, no. Don't pass it on, it's an infection. I believe that's how that works.
Don't take.
Yes. Well, I don't have to. I can take it if I want to. But you can move to ask me to take something, I guess.
I mean, like, you have, I'm pretty sure you have to move the tables on the even as the president or Senate president.
Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
But we have to vote on it getting tabled.
Yes.
But we didn't vote on it getting tabled.
What do you mean?
When you tabled the awards and stuff like that, don't we have to vote on that to get tabled?
Not really. I didn't really tabled it. I just
Took it out.
No, I didn't take it out. I just said that. What I mean is, all I wanted to do here was state that we needed to do it, but like basically we won't do it until 15. It wasn't my intention to vote on anything today.
15 people watching.
Yeah. That makes sense.
No, it's not, bro.
Was that in the agenda?
What?
When you were like, RSO, what can we do for yada yada yada?
Technically, it's still in the student body officer reports. I didn't specifically put it in the agenda.
Okay, I was just wondering if I lost.
No, you're fine.
Thank you for this.
You're fine.
Most paper that I'll ever have in this place.
Never you.
Not even the degree.
Huh?
All right. So, excuse me. Hey, we still in the meeting. So.
Zero. Never.
It may.
Dr. Weaver, somebody mentioned this back.
I don't think it added. Yeah, I don't think it did. Yeah, we still vote on it. So moving on to committee reports, we have rules and ethics. Oh, rules and ethics committee report. We don't have anything for rules and ethics.
We reviewed the one absence request and it was approved.
Okay. Communications.
So we are implementing a live stream on YouTube. So from now, today, this week it's just on the phone. We're gonna try to do like on like a. It's just gonna be like everything, like the executive board and like that kind of screen, and it's gonna be live stream on YouTube. We're gonna try to do like maybe something with that, maybe the computer or something. But just for this week, we're testing it out on the phone.
Okay, thank you. Parking tickets.
We had last week on Wednesday, and we had 2 students in attendance, and we had 1 on Teams, and we overall did 10 tickets at that meeting. And we had a meeting yesterday, we had 3 people in attendance, and we reviewed 5 tickets. We're meeting next Wednesday, and me and Danny are gonna be meeting with Miss Donna on Thursday for parking tickets.
Judiciary.
We met last Tuesday after SGA, approved bills, and then you sent us another one. I did a poll on it and it was approved, so it's gonna go over today.
Thank you. Appeals.
We have a meeting today after this, so take time.
Agenda.
This week, we just went over some legislation, and then we also, on behalf of the president, I appoint Natasha Jones as director for the Inclusive and Diversity Committee.
She is the new director of the Diversity and Inclusion Agency. Alrighty, budget.
We have not met since last meeting, but we might set up a meeting for next week before spring.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, moving into second readings. So we will have the legislative branch. Now, it has come to my attention that the legislative branch document somehow was not added to the email thread.
The way you sent yesterday?
Yeah.
There was,
There were 5.
there
There
was
were
5 documents on there.
There was code 700, 500, and 600.
And 400 and.
So it is on there.
Yeah, there's 5 attachments.
Well, there's nothing late. Or.
Is there code 500?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's legislative branch. Okay. I was like, I thought. Okay, so moving along, legislative branch, we're gonna go over that one first. So we're going to roll over into our debate. I got it, you go.
Our bill sponsor had to get that changed.
Yes, if you set my time.
You have 5 minutes to start.
Okay, so this is a part of the overall student body statutes that will detail in its fullness what you all do as senators, as representatives. It also holds the attendance policy. It also details and specifically your powers as the Senate to vote and things like that. It's a more specific document than the rules and procedures, primarily dealing with the committees, also dealing with more than just passing legislation, but what you all do in the sense of appointments, voting, what to vote on, how many, like whether it's 2/3 vote, majority vote, things like that. So that's essentially all that the legislative branch is. It also holds the constituencies on, if you're following with me, it will be chapter, oh my goodness, chapter, I don't think it's in this one, chapter 50, chapter 515 or chapter 522, it's one of those 2 chapters. It will hold the constituencies to basically outline, these are the things that senators have to do to maintain their position as a senator. These are the things that chairs have to do to maintain their position as chairs. This gives you all a little bit more accountability and also makes you more efficient to do your work, really. And the reason why these things have to be done is because it has come to our attention that sometimes without certain legislation, people feel as if they don't have to. So we have to kind of make it more mandatory now. So this is will be for the benefit of the group and for everyone. All right, I yield my time.
So now we'll move into a time of questions for Brandon. They have to be yes or no questions or known pertaining to a known fact. And your time starts now.
Yes, yes, Senator.
Will people be held responsible for upholding these requirements?
Yes, the Rules and Ethics Committee will be in charge of making sure that constituent periods are met. There will, yes. Can you go into detail? It's a technical question. Senator Palmer.
Can you remind us what the requirements for a senator are again, as laid out in this?
Thank you. Yes.
Do we have to report them?
Report.
Report the attendance to our events, Windows of the World, and then
Yes.
Okay.
This tells me y'all didn't read.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, we reached 2. Okay. I was confused because I thought this had to do with records and stuff.
Brandon.
Yes. I said, how much time we got left? Yes, sir. Can you stand?
I was gonna ask, can I move the table this so we can read it for next week and during this?
Is there a second?
I was asking if I could. I moved the table this motion till next week.
Is there a second?
I second.
By majority vote, by majority raise of hands, how many, does the Senate approve of this motion? Motion denied. How much time we have on the clock? There's 2 minutes and 32 seconds left for questioning. Yes, sir.
So is this starting today, or if we've already done okay, it says 6 service hours for each semester. So if we already have 6 this semester, we just gotta show them to you?
Yeah, how we track it?
And will it start next fall?
Can you ask me a yes or no question?
Does it start now? Yes or no? Okay, does it start this semester?
Yes.
Okay, if we already have the 6 hours of community service, can we show you them to go ahead and?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
If you are a co-chair, do you together have to present one legislation or separately present one legislation?
Yes, or no question?
Okay.
Yes, or.
Do you present it, if you're co-chair, do you present your one piece of legislation together?
No.
So you both have to do it separately?
Yes.
Sarah.
Or someone, you know, if you're done asking questions, you can't give up your time.
Y'all got 49 seconds.
You said that again? Oh, okay.
How many seconds do we have? 34. Okay, we go right to 34.
Yes.
The boy our time.
Can you please?
You yielded. I yield our time.
You don't have to move it. You can just yield it.
Yield our time.
Yeah, you're part of the Senate. Okay. Time yielded.
So now we're gonna move into our time of debate. Each side has 30 minutes and yeah, maybe the con, I don't know who starts first, but let's go with the con side first.
Pros start first.
Then the pro side is gonna start.
So I know a lot of you all look a little confused as to what the constituencies are. So I'm gonna go over that a little bit within these 3 minutes. Don't get caught up on the what you have to do necessarily, because we do know that you all are we're starting this in the middle of the semester. So we are going to grandfather what you've already accomplished into this. Okay, so like Senator Alex said, if you have 6 hours of community service already with SGA, we're just going to grandfather that in. We're not going to ask you to kind of start over. Okay, so even from last year, since we're implementing it this semester, we know that you really don't have enough time to do both the fall semester and the spring semester of things. So we're really going to focus on the spring semester of things. But let's just say, the fall semester, if you already have been to 2 in the fall, then we can grandfather that in. We will work that out once and if this is approved. So when you all get to that point, everyone will be flushed out that way. It's going to be more specific because each of you, some of you new senators, some of you don't have any community service with SGA because you're new senators or new senators. So we'll work that out as well. But you can get 6 hours in a semester. You still have enough time to get 6 hours, even if we're in the midterm point of the semester. So don't get so caught up on the constituencies. That will really truly take it fully fall and spring will take next semester, next term. But we just want to go ahead and get it out here so that you all can get comfortable with it. And that's the thing about this being a student by statute. We're trying to get these done so that when it's time for the next president and the next executive board branch, the legislative branch to come in, you all know how to operate in this. You have everything that you need. We're not trying to leave any of you who are potentially going to be here next semester in the dark, in obscurity. We're trying to make sure that everything is laid out specifically so that you all can run without having to kind of do what we're doing right now. Okay, I yield my time.
All right, now the con side get a chance to speak. You have 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
Well, I don't have a comment. I just have a question.
You want to move back to technical question?
It was just a simple one that I had.
Okay.
Do y'all yield the time?
Okay.
And back to the pro side. Your time starts now.
I yield the time.
And back to the con side.
I yield our time.
And back to the pro side.
I'll say this for final statement. I yield my time.
And back to the con side.
I yield our time.
Thank you.
And you got 4 more.
Thank you. Remember, that this whole thing right here is a lot more than just the constituencies, okay? So when you're voting, make sure that you remember that this entire statute deals with a lot more than just that small chapter. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out as well too. I'm going to ask you not to deny this just because of the chapter of the constituencies. This is really important in the functioning of how we do things and how you all operate. So just take that in consideration when you're voting. I yield my time.
Now, we will move into a time of voting.
Okay, so if you will, please vote on number 1, legislation. And please be reminded that if you abstain, you must put a reason why you abstain. Yes, ma'am. Yes, and make sure you write it in the, I tried to label it number 1 box. Please use a pen and not a pencil. If you need a pen, please ask a friend, but make sure that your voting card is obscure.
My phone's about to die.
Alrighty. Yes, sir.
Once voting is over, I move to go back to committee reports because we have a university committee that needs to report. Or I actually go back. Yes.
Okay. Do I have a second? Does the Senate approve this by show of hands? Is that majority? Is that majority? That's majority. All right, after voting, we will go back to university committee report. Give me okay. Give me 1 second. Is everybody done voting? Is everybody done? Okay, go ahead.
Was that supposed to be in here somewhere, university committee reports?
Yes, Jackie brought it to my attention that it has not been added to the agenda, but it will be added to the agenda. Yes. So now we're going back to university committee reports. Who is the university committee that needs to report? Yes, Anna.
So last week the IT committee, so for some reason students' emails are not putting a rate of hurricanes on Microsoft.com. I don't know if any of y'all are experiencing that. It's like very few random people. They just don't email the faculty that way, and then the faculty is aware of these emails. But we're getting Wi-Fi for the outdoor areas for the baseball, softball, soccer fields, and tennis courts. They're doing a security camera upgrade on campus because a lot of them didn't work or they're very old and outdated, so that's good news. And then I have a lot of students come to me about Wi-Fi around campus and in the dorms. So they're looking into getting better Wi-Fi in the dorms and the coffee shop because I know a lot of students do work in there. And then it also brought some attention with the storm bill, having like slow Wi-Fi, but there's not really that much they can do about it because of the structure that it's made out of. They're gonna like try to make improvements, but it's not guaranteed. But they've been trying for like a really long time, put a lot of money into it, and it's just kind of is what it is. Also, I know I was talking to you about maybe the IT people coming here. If any of y'all have questions that you need to have asked, so I'm working with them to find a day that they can come and talk with us.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Yes.
Can we ask questions about university reports? Maybe.
You're asking me
Yes.
if you can ask a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Just make sure.
Yes.
Alex.
Okay. Do I have is there a motion to move the Senate back to,
I move us back to second.
thank you. Is there a second?
Do we talk about it?
Does the Senate approve by show of hands? All right, motion carries. All right, going back to, the judicial branch. Going to the judicial branch. Moving into a debate there. All right. I'm going to please ask that if you are not using your laptop or your cellular device for the purpose of the student government, please put it away now. We do not want to collide different things together. Okay? All right. I know we all have busy lives. I'm trying to get us out here as soon as possible. Let's, judicial branch, move that to a debate. Let's go.
So first thing is Brendan's gonna have 5 minutes to explain the bill. And your time starts now.
All right, so basically, just like the previous legislation, the judicial branch, suited by statutes, will outlay exactly what the Chief Justice and what the justices do. If you are a part of the parking ticket committee, if you are a part of the appeals committee, the judiciary committee, if you are a part of judiciary, appeals, parking ticket, rules and ethics. If you're part of rules and ethics, then you sit on those as chairs or co-chairs. You are justices. You are truly a part of the judicial branch. So this will apply to you. It's really not that a lot, but it is specific enough to what you all do, what your powers are. It really lays out what the Chief Justice does and the parameters around the Chief Justice. So I really hope you all have read it, and I yield my time.
All right, now we'll move into our pro-con debate, and the pros get to go first. Your time starts now. Oh, so sorry. Technical questions, you have 5 minutes. Yeah. Yes, no, one on that. And you're done. Yeah.
I yield our time.
Thank you.
Okay. And now we'll move into the debate, pro-con debate. And each side will have 3 minutes. Your time starts now. Pros start first.
Okay. Just as I stated before, this is very important to the foundation, the layout of SGA in the near future. Honestly, without these student body statutes, it will be very hard to define, what each position holds, their powers and things of that nature. So again, take that into consideration when voting. I make a motion to move from, what is this? Pro-con debate to final statement. Is there I move. I can't. I make a motion, so you move.
I move to move this from pros and cons debate to, what'd you say?
To final statement.
Final statement.
Is there a second?
I second.
Dang, okay. Whoever wants to do it.
I second.
Okay. By the raise of hand vote, does the Senate approve? Motion carried. Final statement. Judicial branch, student body statutes, is really will help our Chief Justice and our justices. So take that into consideration when voting. Thank you, and I yield my time.
And now we'll move into voting. Starts now.
Excuse me, we have another one tomorrow. It's just I have a shift. I guess last week we did this. Get them to do their teams again. Okay. Great.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to say?
After voting is complete, I move to limit the rest of the second readings to, I guess, like the opening statement, the final statement, and technical questioning unless otherwise needed.
Is there a second?
I second.
Is there, by raise a hand vote, does the Senate approve? Thank you. All right, motion carried. So from here on out, just for this meeting, we will only have the introduction of the bill. We will have final statement and voting. A technical question, final statement and voting, unless otherwise moved back to the original program by the Senate. Understood? Alrighty. Everyone finished voting? Okay, moving on to the next, which is the election codes. I'm actually gonna get Jackie, I'm gonna do it, never mind. Yeah, go ahead, let's start.
Alright, you'll explain it, your time starts now.
Alright, so election codes, this is super important because elections are coming up in April, and at this very moment, we do not have any parameters around that, even how it goes, what goes on with it, other than the date it's supposed to start and the time it's supposed to start. So this is why it's so thick. This packet right here is super, super important. We have to pass something of the sort before elections get here, because if not, things can get chaotic. So just want you to take that into consideration. If you have read it, great. If you have not, I would recommend that you read it. Definitely if you plan on becoming a senator next year, or even a representative, or executive branch, or chief justice, whatever you want to do within SGA, this is going to be very important. It lists out what you can and cannot do. So again, just make sure that you read through this so that you're very comfortable with our election rules. You're also comfortable with how to run. It details that if you're running for president, you have to choose a vice president even to be nominated for presidency. Okay, vice president and president run on the same ticket. However, if you want to be from the treasurer or a principal advisor or chief justice or communications director, you don't need to run on a ticket with anyone. You run by yourself. Also, it details that if you're running for any of the executive offices, what the requirements you have to meet. So there are certain stipulations to who can be president, who can be an executive branch. So just make sure you read through it, you understand it, and it'll help you. I yield my time. I yield it.
Now you'll move into your final statements.
Technical question.
Oh, sorry, technical question starts now.
Where within the, I guess, code for elections is the section about senators? Do you know off the top of your head?
Say that one more time.
Where within the code for elections is the election outline for senators?
I don't know off the top of my head right now, but it's in there. I don't know off the top of my head. You have to read through it. Yes.
Right now I'm reading it at chapter 730, section 732, subsection H. I don't know if I said that right, but it says here, has served on SGA for no less than 1 year. So you could have been a freshman rep and then a senator, or does it have to be 1 year of being a senator?
Ooh, say that one more time.
To run for an executive position, it says here that you has served on SGA for no less than 1 year. So 1 year as a senator, or can you be a rep and then a senator?
I didn't specify that, did I? I didn't. Well, it's not specified in there. So technically, you could be representative or senator.
Thank you.
Because technically, we're no longer freshman reps. I think that's why I did it.
So this is saying, if you're a representative for a certain amount of time, you could run for the executive board?
Yes, because technically you're still part of student government.
You don't have to be a senator.
Right.
Do you think that with elections, the executive board will grow? As in more positions? Because you did say last week or the week before that you're not technically supposed to be running the Senate meeting because you're the president overall of SGA. Do you think there will be a ballot for, or spot on the ballot for senator president or Senate president?
Senate president is appointed. They don't run.
Is there a clause within here? So say for instance, you are a senator or representative this year and you would like to be one next year. Is there a clause saying that you don't have to be reelected, or do you have to be reelected?
You have to be reelected. There is a clause. Yes.
I have a question about campaigning.
Is it a yes or no question? Or can I answer it with a known fact inside of this?
Okay, so on 707, whatever, it says no candidate or representative may engage in door-to-door campaigning. This is saying you can't go to the dorms and do it?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if that was you can't go up to somebody I wasn't sure if it was that.
Yeah.
You can't go to the dorms and
Yes.
May I bounce off of that? So they can't go door to door in dorms, so can you just in the main lobby, or is that off limits too?
So you can't leave the flyers and stuff and that, you can't put them under the doors.
You can put flyers. You just. Yeah, you can't lobby. Lobbying, you can't do that.
You can post your pictures in the lobby, but you can't sit in there and yo, vote for me.
It just says no candidate or representative may knock on any door or attempt to.
Yes.
Is there a statement in here that says when elections are each year, like a specific date or week in the year?
It is set by the committee. It's set by the commission every year. The specific date is always set. We can't, who knows what this calendar's gonna be like. Yes.
It also says candidates may not campaign or distribute campaign materials in any library or designated study area. Do we have a certain outline of study areas? Because that could be the coffee shop, that could be class, or anywhere around that.
So that would be, study areas would be anything, you know how in the library there are study rooms? It's not what you make a study area, it's what is classified by university as a study area.
I was making sure that was.
Yeah. Because technically a coffee shop's not a study area, it's a coffee
That's
shop.
how I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Time's up. Oh, wow, we finally used all the time. What we're moving to now? Final statement. Alrighty, so, just remember that this, again, is, very, very important. And to just, now that I can kind of say it, to kind of go back to what was hinted at in the question. When you're looking at these election codes, one, I was going to make it senator only, but then we were doing a whole process of changing freshman reps to representatives. That gave them a little bit more of a foothold in SGA. So then you all who were freshman reps, you're no longer freshman reps unless you are a representative that represents freshmen. So you have the opportunity to run for an executive position if you've been serving on SGA for a year, because you have more experience with SGA, being a representative now because your role has expanded. So don't get caught up on that either. Also, make sure that you all, when you're voting on this, you take consideration that we have nothing for elections. So, this is this is everything that we need for elections. Okay, great. I yield my time.
We'll now move into a time of voting.
All right, you may vote.